Coming up next, why half of U.S. families are looking for a four-year college alternative. And I'm going to introduce you to the YOLO economy. And of course, we take your calls. And it starts right now. All right, here we go. I'm coming to you live from our Ramsey Solutions studios in Nashville. And you've joined a conversation about who you are, what you were created to do, where you want to do it, and then how to get there. Yes, we're talking about your purpose. We're talking about looking at your work as not a thing that you do to live, but that you actually live to do. Now, you don't just automatically step into that. It's a journey. And we've got 7 stages to work that you love, where you're really contributing what you were created to contribute. And we'll help you. So no matter where you are in the journey, some of you just want to get promoted. You want to move up. You're already on that path. Way to go. Some of you have no idea what the path is. Some of you know what the path is, but you're not sure how to start, how to get out there. We're here for you. I'm your coach, counselor, and cheerleader, and I can help because you have the answers many times, and I just have to help uncover them. Trust your heart and step out. Because somebody out there needs you to be you. You were created to fill a unique role in your work. You are needed, and that means you must do it. 844-747-2577 is the number. 844-747-2577. Almost half of U.S. families want an alternative to four-year college, as many worry about finances and the pandemic. This is an article from The Hill. New survey conducted by the Carnegie Corporation and Gallup found that 46% of Americans, and I'm talking about parents here, 46% of American parents desire an alternative to college even if they didn't see major obstacles. So the major obstacles would be, of course, finances, pandemic-related difficulties. But regardless of those obstacles, they still are saying, kind of like an alternative. The other percentage, of course, 54%, still holding on to their child enrolling in a four-year college or university. And that's, again, that's just what culture's told us, that the only way to success is through a four-year degree, and that's a bunch of nonsense. I like seeing that number, though. I want to do what I can. I'd like to move the needle 10, 15% in the next 5 years. I think it's going to happen, but we'll see. And here's the good news. Part of the hesitancy of the survey respondents that would rather send their children immediately into higher education is the allure of the trade programs. The trades. By the way, the trades have been traditionally defined as manual labor. But see, I think with Bethel Tech, our partner here on the Ken Coleman Show, I don't know how you don't look at Bethel Tech as a trade school. They can hire you they could train you for a multiple list of technology jobs. 9 months, and if you're a Ken Coleman Show listener and you pay cash, you cash flow your way through it, you're going to pay way less than $15,000. 9 months and placed starting making $75,000 or more. That's a trade school. So I want to blow the shame off of what has traditionally been looked at as, well, this is manual labor and you're working really hard and you're getting dirty and you're smelly. That drives me nuts. Some of the most successful people I know personally started in the trades, and they worked their way up and started their own business and have built a very strong business. Not to mention the governor of Tennessee, Bill Lee, family-owned business. HVAC, plumbing, trades. All right. Have I made my point, Joe? I think so. Quote from Zach Hirnowski, who wrote on the findings of the survey for Gallup. He said, though many community colleges offer associate degrees that develop skills for a specific career path, such as paralegal or dental hygienist, parents are twice as likely, they say, they want their child to complete a non-college-based skills training program, then enroll in community college. So when they ask them, okay, if we look at trade-type work? Would you rather do that through the community college or through a non-college base? And again, double said, I want the non-college based training program. That's good. And then data from College Board show that students who graduated with a bachelor's degree in 2019, listen to this, left school owing an average of $28,000. Nearly 45 million Americans owe college debt, which totals $1.7 trillion. So at Ramsey Solutions, we've got great resources like my colleague Anthony O'Neill's best-selling book, Debt-Free Degree. You can go debt-free. But beyond going debt-free, do you need to go to college? Does your kid need to go? 2 questions, parents. And this is going to help you, set you free here. Ask yourself, and then go find the detailed researched answers to these 2 questions. Is college the only way for my kid to get where they want to go? Secondary question, is it the best way? See, if it's not the only way, then we ask, is it the best way? Get the answers to those 2 questions, and now just move forward. Got to blow the shame off of kids going from high school and moving into the field they want to get into. Lower level, entry level, interning, working 2 jobs. My kid wants to go right into the workforce. Hey, they want to work 2 jobs. They're working, they're getting after it. You can stay at my house. If you're busting it and getting after it, it's the least I can do. Well, you're not going to stay there for 5 years. But if you got to bust it, young people, parents, if your kid's got to bust it with 2 jobs or 1 full-time job and they're doing some volunteering, some interning, some things just to get in, oh my gosh, that's worth it. That's not going to take as long as a 4-year degree will take. And by the way, there's no debt associated with that. Wake up, parents. 844-747-2577 is the phone number to jump in. 844-747-2577. Let's go to Chandler, Arizona. I'm sorry. Hello. I got to read the colors. Amanda was about ready to go. No, wrong line. Line 2. Tyler is joining us now in Londonderry, New Hampshire. Tyler, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
How are you doing, Ken?
Tyler, I'm living the dream. How are you, sir?
I am well. I am at a bit of a crossroads in my professional life, and I was hoping to get some advice.
All right, I'm here for you. What's up?
Well, I'm looking at leaving my corporate professional job. I'm at a crossroads where my company has just been acquired by a private equity firm.
Okay.
So they're having to cash us out on all of our unvested stock. So it's created quite a liquid cash situation for me.
Nice.
So I feel like if I'm going to exit, now is probably the safest time to do it.
Uh-huh.
I am just having a hard time finding what I want to do next.
Okay. Were you planning to stay with this? Sounds to me like you weren't. Sounds to me like this is a great opportunity and you're trying, and maybe you had already started going, what do I really want to do with my life? Is that true or false? Or is this all caused you to start wondering that?
No, it's true. So I've been with this current company for about 2.5 years, and it's changed quite a bit. So I've had 3 CEOs, and I've reported to 4 different VPs in the last 2.5 years.
What's your financial situation? Are you in debt? You got any debt?
I have 0 debt.
How much have you been making?
My base salary currently is $158,000, plus an additional $44,000 in deferred compensation.
Okay, and then what about the stock? What kind of windfall are you coming into there?
Before taxes and everything else, it's about $330,000.
Bro. Okay, this changed this whole conversation. That's why I ask you. I'd cash out now. You know you don't want to be there long term. I'd cash out, and you have no debt, and I'd take 2 or 3 months and rest and recharge and start working on what I teach, which I'm going to walk you through right now. But I don't think you have to step into something else right now. How long do you have to make that decision to cash out?
All the cash will be in my account by middle of this week.
You've already done it, is what you're saying.
Well, so yeah, I surrendered my vested stock to the purchasing third party, and then they've already cashed it out for.
But have you left? But you haven't left the company though, right?
No, I'm still currently employed.
Oh, okay. So I missed that little nuance. So you don't have to leave in order to cash out. I thought you were having to make the decision to leave and cash out, but you're saying, okay, that's even better. So here's the deal. The answer is you're leaving. We just don't know when. How's that feel?
Feels good.
Yeah, because here's the deal. Bro, you could leave in 2 weeks. You got $300,000 coming. You know, I mean, no, you're not. You're going to get taxed on it, but you're going to have a windfall where you can take a month. 2 months, 3 months. Or you can stay and not touch any of that money and just invest it and keep drawing that nice salary. And you're walking through, okay, I could go here, here, and here. So my point is yes, you're leaving. The question becomes just when. But this isn't a financial risk for you to leave. So that's why I'm not even going to give you an opinion on when I'd leave. Because you're not miserable, right?
I'm not happy.
Got it. Well, okay. My point is leave whenever you want to leave. I'll leave it up to you. The real issue is what do you want to do with your life? I think you got some ideas. If you don't, I'll walk you through real quick. We'll do the sweet spot exercise. We'll look at your top talents, the passions that you have, this type of work that you love, you wonder about, you think about it, you enjoy it deeply, and then the results you want to really produce in this world, and that's mission, talent, passion, mission. Where those are aligned, there's going to be a neon arrow pointing to the marketplace. So I can walk you through that, but let's just start with, I think a guy like you's got ideas. I think you've been thinking about leaving for a while, which means you've been thinking about other things. True or false?
Very true.
Okay, tell me what you're thinking about. You got 2 ideas, 1 idea, something that's never left your heart. What's going on?
The one that it's kind of been floating around most recently is being a small business consultant.
Great. Why do you want to do that?
Well, I have a passion for sales. I've been in sales for pretty much my entire career in varying forms. So I think being able to bring retail experience both in specialty and in big box retail, you know, there's things that I've learned over my journey that I would love to pass along to small, you know, independent businesses and help them find ways to win.
Love that. I mean, if you just let your mind wander and you're just you're like a hired hand, man. You come in, you kind of analyze what's going on, and then you start going, all right, well, we're going to formulate a plan. And then I'm going to help guide you through the implementation of the plan and coach your team. And we see big turnaround. How does that make you feel when you think about that?
Makes me feel good. I mean, it definitely gives me a sense of accomplish, and especially if I'm helping others win.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I believe there's 6 missional results. I think if you boil down all the work in the world, I think there's 6 missional results that you could put every person on the planet into. And so when I hear you, and I really pick a top one, but I think for you, influence, man. I think you want to influence. When you can see direct results on others' performance, I think that gives you the juice. Is that true or false?
No, that's very true.
Yeah. I also think you've got another high score on solutions. I think you love solutions too. Is that true?
I do. I'm kind of chuckling because my wife thinks I should do something along this lines, but being a fixer, going in, finding the weak spots or the vulnerabilities in a business.
That's what you just described.
Yeah.
All you did was put a specific area of sales, but that's fixing. And then I'd say the other one that you would score high on is achievement. You love throwing scores up on the scoreboard. You're a scoreboard watcher. Are you chuckling again?
I am. I'm just slightly competitive. You kind of have to be in this field. So, yeah.
Wait a second. Todd, how is it that I knew that? I didn't even ask you those things. How is it? Am I a magician? No, I'm not. I just know, folks, that what I'm teaching works. And I could go through and I bet I could guess your top talents and I bet I could guess your passions as well. But the point is that I'm not trying to show off. But I just think that talent and passion and mission, when they're all together, it makes for very, very fulfilled people. And I can just tell you, you've got the talent of communication. You've got the talent of connection. You've got the talent of execution. You got the talent of persuasion, and the work you love. I can just tell you right now, you love selling. You said that. You love solving. There's that influence. You love that leading component, which drives that influence. So, am I hitting all on this on the bullseye still?
Absolutely.
Okay, then. So, Tyler, you are on purpose. You are in your contribution zone, fulfilling the role that your creator put you on the planet to fill when you use what you do best, your talent, to do work you love, your passion, to produce results that matter deeply to you, your mission. And we just hit the bullseye on all three of those things. So consulting, being a professional fixer in the area of sales is absolutely in your sweet spot, true or false?
True.
So you know exactly what to do, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I'm so excited, man, because let me tell you something. You're blessed. This is such a blessing, man. This financial windfall for you to be able to just go, all right, I'm going and doing this. I would literally launch your company tonight. You don't have to tell anybody, but I just go, I'm doing it. I decided. And you can decide if you want to stay for a little while or you can go because you're in a financial situation to go today. So I'm fine with that. And again, I'll remind everybody, I'm never going to tell you to jump off of a cliff. That's movie stuff that ain't real life. You get hurt when you jump off a cliff if you don't know what you're doing. But if you know what you're jumping into and you know how to swim when you get down there in the water, then that's fine. And that's a financial plan is what I'm saying. 844-747-2577. Kelsey is in Harrisburg, PA. Kelsey, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. How are you?
Kelsey, I am living the dream. What are you doing?
I am not living the dream.
Well, you are in the right place. What's going on?
So I'm calling because I feel like I'm kind of at a career crossroads coming up, and I just feel really paralyzed, not knowing what to do.
Oh, okay.
I've been in the same job for quite some time now, and I'm just really not happy. I'm in a comfortable place as far as like working from home, and I enjoy the benefits that the job provides, but I don't enjoy the job itself. I've had a recent a job offer that I had to decline because I wasn't sure if it aligned with I wasn't sure if my values aligned with the company values, and also it was a really big pay cut. And I have another potential job on the horizon within my current company that I think hits some things that I enjoy, but I'm just not sure. I'm just not even sure what I enjoy at this point, because I've been in this, kind of paralyzing situation for so long.
Why are you been paralyzed for so long? I understand that you're comfortable, not happy, and that is a paralyzing. You just described that beautifully, by the way. That pretty much is there's several combos, but comfortable, not happy is paralyzed because you're going, I'm kind of an idiot if I leave all this comfort. What kind of a moron does that? That's the internal voice.
Right.
Well, that's a bunch of garbage. But why are you so paralyzed? Is it because you really, truly have no idea? I just have a hard time believing that you don't have any idea what you might like to try or a couple of ideas. If that's true, I can go through this and we can work it out because the answer is within you. But I'm just a little cynical. Come on,
Okay.
Kelsey. What would you do tomorrow if we didn't worry about leaving comfort and we didn't have any risk at all?
Honestly, I would love to, I love to be outside. So I'm currently behind a desk, and I think I would love doing something outside. I would love also focusing on something where I could make sure people were having a good work experience, because I just haven't had a happy work experience in a long time, and I don't want that for other people.
Mm-hmm. So what does that look like? You started to give me an answer.
Great question. Well, the other factor is I also have a lot of hip issues, and I have a lot of mobility challenges with that. So it's I don't know.
Let me ask you this.
I guess that's part of why I feel paralyzed.
Yeah, I just think you need to dive deeper inside your heart. I don't know that working outside is your thing. I think you could be outside. I mean, being outside is, I don't know. I don't think that's, I'm not seeing anything there. Because when you describe the work you want to do, you were like, well, I'd love to help other people have an enjoyable work experience. That's really high level. I like that. I think there's some clues there. We got to go about 10 levels deeper. We got to dig underneath that. What's the type of work that you would do? Forget job title. Forget the people we're doing it for. I just want to focus on the function of work. What kind of work would you go, if I did this, and let's say I'm not stuck behind a desk all day? Are you working remote too, by the way?
Yeah, I was before the pandemic, though.
Yeah, but that's part of the issue. I don't know that we as humans are made to work remote for long periods of time. You can't convince me.
Yeah, I was listening to you talk about that yesterday.
Yeah. Do you agree with me or disagree? I don't mind if you disagree.
No, I do. I think, like I said, it's a comfort issue for me because of my hip.
I get it. But I can't speak to the medical issues. But I mean, is your hip at a place where like you just can't work anywhere but remotely?
It's at a point where, yeah, I mean, like I have several different chairs I have to alternate between, like a standing desk. Like it really limits what I can do mobility-wise.
And this is for the rest of your life, or is there other options?
I sure hope not, but I have a medical appointment next week for that to find out more.
Well, let's hope that you can get that thing fixed. But now this does change things. I mean, if there's no prognosis where the hip can be healthy enough for you to, get out of remote work, then the remote work is going to have to be the type of work that you really, really love. Mm-hmm. And so give me a task or function earlier on in your career, or maybe in the same job before it got yucky. You go, when I'm doing this kind of work, Ken, I feel the juice. I do look forward to this type of work.
It's when I can focus on, so I have a degree in social work, and it's when I can focus on like the program side of what I'm doing. So like if I can make suggestions for program improvement, and actually have those suggestions be implemented, that's exciting for me.
Tell me more. I understand. So there's a little bit of a people element to this program. Am I right? Like, so you want to be able to recommend and guide people through a process for betterment? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. So I want to be able to basically like make a well-oiled machine happen. Like I want to be able to analyze a program and say like, this is a better way for it to function and help people get there.
So you're good. Let me ask you 2 quick questions. Are you good at processes?
Yeah.
Do you love working with processes?
I do.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah. I even love like playing board games where I can strategize and make like the perfect strategy.
So I'm going to list out some passion ideas for you. Types of work. Okay.
Okay.
And I want you to go, yes, I love this. No, I don't. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Analyzing.
Sort of.
Solving.
Actually, I'd say more yes on that.
Yeah,
Solving,
I was going to say, what happened to the girl that was talking to me a minute ago? Did she get invaded by aliens? You love that. That's analyzing, is looking at, okay, what's not working? Why is it not working? That's analyzing. Yes or no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you love that. Yes or no?
Yes.
You love solving that issue once you've analyzed it. Yes or no?
Yes.
Interesting. You love advising in that process as well. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you, do you have the talent of communication? You communicate well? And I don't mean public speaker and all that. I just mean one-to-one communication. You got that talent?
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. What about discernment?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. How do I know these things? I bet you're really good at an inspection, too.
I think so.
Yeah, see, that leads to the analyzing. So here's the point. You love process-type work because you're good at it, and ultimately it creates a result of order and excellence, and you are driven by work that drives efficiency. True or false?
Very true.
Okay, then. That's the work you need to be doing.
Okay.
So you're looking into the workforce now, and you're going, does this allow me to use my top talents of communication, discernment, inspection? Does it allow me to do the work of analyzing, solving, advising? And does it produce order and excellence? Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, and I think that's why I feel so paralyzed in my current position, because I'm kind of doing those things and not really being heard.
Yeah, I get it. So, but my point is that if you're not being heard, we run that up the ladder and we let them hear us, right?
Mhm.
And do it well. Humility, honesty, and if they don't respond, it's time to move on. It's just that simple.
Mhm.
Because I've now given you total freedom in the search. Now you're going, oh, I can go look at a ton of jobs and I don't have to sit there and be paralyzed. I can come back and go, remember when Ken walked me through this? Does this job allow me to use what I do best, my talent? Does it allow me to do work I love? And then does it allow me to produce results that matter to me? And if it does, yay! Now we check in and see if it's got a good culture, if the company's a good culture, and then we go, am I totally qualified? If I'm not, let me go get that. But it becomes you just looking and realizing, wait a second, I've got a lot to offer. And as long as I'm in my contribution zone, using my talent, what I do best, to perform my passion, work I love to do, to accomplish my mission, produce results that matter to me, then I've got it. I've got this. I'm going to succeed. There's no way I can fail unless I do something stupid, and that's not you. You got this, don't you, Kelsey?
I think so.
Yes, you know so. So here's the deal. I thought you did the right thing by turning down the last job offer, but now you look at this intercompany thing and go, is this in my sweet spot? Does it work? If it's not, and then I tell them. And if they don't see me as value and want to move me into that type of role, then that's a nice way of me realizing it's time to move on. 844-747-2577 is the number. When we come back, what is the YOLO economy? I just learned recently what YOLO was. We'll discuss it. This is the Ken Coleman Show.
Our world is changing, but so are we. Now, we see a smile through someone's eyes. We conquer our struggles and cherish each moment because we're shielded through faith and assured by hope. And greatest of all, we love. The world is different, but so are we.
Welcome back. The Ken Coleman Show continues live. If you're watching at about 12:27 Eastern Standard Time, the chat room is a fun area. People watching live on YouTube now. It's funny, we have people watch live, and then you have literally thousands of people watch later. And I get that. But I love these folks that are in the live chat room right here. And I got to give Allie Evans a shout out. So I just happened to look over here, and Allie goes, hey, I want people liking Ken's show. Hit that like button, that thumbs up button down there. So Allie, thank you. She knows. See, YouTube looks at all that stuff. I don't understand all that stuff. Nathan tells me Trevor, the YouTube guru, is watching the chat room. And so I just wanted to say hi to Allie and thank you, Allie, for helping grow the show. And Nancy Letitia Marin says, you only live once. She was laughing at me not knowing what YOLO was. I told Madison, the producer, during the commercial break that when I first saw YOLO, I thought maybe this is like a healthy fruit drink produced by the lovely folks who brought us Yoo-Hoo, the greatest chocolate beverage of all time. And she kind of chuckled at that. So I thought I'd share that. Have you ever had a Yoo-Hoo, Madison?
Oh, yeah. I mean, not often. It's pretty sugary.
It is. You're very disciplined.
Try to be.
She's a very clean eater. She's very humble. Let me tell you something, Joe, Madison. During college, there wasn't Red Bull. Okay, I'm older. Okay, folks. All right. So during my college years, I don't think Red Bull's around. Amanda, you and I are similar. You're younger than me, but we're close. I don't think Red Bull's around in 92 to 96.
No, not at all.
Okay. So what was around was Jolt Cola, which I've talked a lot about on the show, which was a heart attack in a bottle. I mean, I don't know what's in these energy drinks. I don't like them. I tell my kids stay away from them because I've heard bad things about them. Jolt was like 5 Dr. Peppers in one bottle, maybe even more. It was just that bad, right, Joe?
It was about 5 cups of coffee.
Oh, it equals 5 cups of coffee in one bottle. Okay. So I will tell you that I did jolt once studying all night for a big exam because I was last minute Larry. It'll come as no surprise to anybody that worked closely with me. You know, a lot to do, man, and I'm not great at managing my time. But I took a Jolt Cola. And by the way, these chat rooms liking this. This is the kind of content people come here for, is this kind of stuff right here. They're like, yeah, great. The purpose is great. Tell me more about your college studying habits. So I took Jolt Cola one night to study. True story, team. I couldn't go to sleep. I think I studied till like 5 in the morning, as memory serves. And then it's like my exam was till 10. So the goal was, all right, let me get some sleep, wake up at 9:30, clothes are already ready, jump in, go take the exam. So I try to go to sleep. I can't go to sleep. I got jitters. I'm laying in the bed, literally going like this. Oh, man, I don't feel so good. So I got scared, got up, drank as much water as I possibly could to combat the Jolt Cola so that I could essentially go to the bathroom and try to get it out of my system.
Did it work?
Yeah. Couldn't sleep, though. So everybody's going, where are you going with this? I'm going somewhere. So I started doing Yoo-Hoos. And Yoo-Hoos were just the right amount of sugar to keep me up at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. And when I needed to go to sleep, no problem. So I'm a big fan of Yoo-Hoos.
My favorite thing is that you just said, I started doing Yoo-Hoos.
Yeah, I'm a wild, crazy guy. I know. Sorry, folks. Should I apologize to my audience for revealing skeletons from my closet? Yeah. Hey, Ken, what'd you do in college that you're ashamed of? Well, I used to do the Yoo-Hoos.
Wild and crazy.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, it's true, though. I haven't had a Yoo-Hoo in years, by the way, because I probably couldn't go to sleep now. You know. Joe asked me what time I went to bed last night.
What time?
9:15. I know. My wild and crazy ways have followed me. I'm not kidding. It was like 9:05 last night. I was like, I can't. I gotta get to bed. But I get up early. Joe gets up earlier than farmers. So, like, when Joe gets up, the sun goes, hey, dude, go back to bed.
Exactly.
That's what they tell Joe. All right, so here we go. What is the YOLO economy? So, YOLO, for those of you who don't know what YOLO means, it's you only live once. So now this is from the New York Times. Fascinating stuff here. And for those who've been watching this program long enough to know that this isn't going to be surprising to you because I talk about this all the time. But I love that major media outlets are starting to cover this because what that means is it's more than just a trend. There's a movement happening. And oh my gosh, the Ken Coleman Show is positioned to help you folks and your friends. Listen to what the YOLO economy is. People are abandoning cushy and stable jobs to start a business or to turn their side hustle into a full-time gig or finally work on that screenplay. Others are scoffing at their boss's return to office mandates and threatening to quit unless they're allowed to work wherever, whenever they want. Whoa! Now, I'm not a fan of threatening your boss. I don't think that ever ends up well, but it speaks to the emotional state that people are in on work. They're going, wait a second. This pandemic was a wake-up call. And here's what's going on. Brett Williams, who is cited in this New York Times article by the author, seeing things on LinkedIn and tweets and responses to his requests for stories. Brett Williams responded, 33, lawyer in Orlando, had his YOLO epiphany during a Zoom mediation in February. I realized I was sitting at my kitchen counter 10 hours a day, feeling miserable. And I just thought, what do I have to lose? I could die tomorrow. He's right. So he quits, leaves a law firm where he's a partner and his big salary to take a job at a small firm run by his next door neighbor. Why? He wanted to spend more time with his family. Now, some of you are going, okay, Ken, this guy, big time lawyer salary, he steps right into another lawyer position. Yeah, I get it. But the point is that You may not be able to do that now, but you can get to a place financially where you can do it. You can live on less. He's got big money, but what does he do? He steps into another law firm doing the work that he already loves to do. But it's a small law firm, and now he's got more time. Listen to what he said. I'm still a lawyer, but I haven't been this excited to go to work in a long time. There's story after story here. People have basically been evaluating their work life because their work life, more than they've ever realized before, is truly wrapped into their life. But it took some people working from home for months, even a year, to realize, wait a second. How much time do I spend in my life at work? The answer is, on average, an American will work 90,000 hours in their lifetime at work. That's a big number, kind of overwhelming, but just think about your normal day. What time do you wake up? How long are you at work? How much time are you spending with family not working? And when do you go to sleep? Start looking at it on a day-to-day basis. Whoa. So maybe Ken's not so wacky. Maybe Ken's not so pie in the sky, Pollyanna positive. Maybe Ken's like, Maybe Ken went through the conversation once and said, what do I want to do with all this time I'm spending at work? Do I want to just do something that allows me to get a check? Or do I want to do something that I'm really good at, that I love to do, and that produces a result that I align with personally? Life is short. Could end tomorrow. Why aren't you making the contribution that you were created to make? Ken, I don't know what it is. Great. Stay with us. Call me. Start diving into what do you do best? Your talent. Those are the tools that you can do lots of work with. Now examine, what are you passionate about doing from a work standpoint? What task or role in work do you look forward to? And when you're in the middle of it, time stands still. What results do you want to put into the world? Let me just break this down. I did this earlier with a caller. There are 6 results, missional results. If you boil down all of the work in the world, which I've attempted to do, and that's coming out this summer, we're coming out with an assessment that's going to blow your mind. We're testing it, and I got to tell you, folks, people are going, you're reading my mind. I've been doing a little bit here and there on the phone here, but just using some of the words and some of the classifications that I've written for this assessment. But there are 6 intrinsic motivators. There we go, 6. That you could say all work in the world can be put in these 6 buckets of results. Here they are. You can write it down. Alphabetical order. Achievement. It says you want to produce wins, either for people, for yourself. And it's about, look, I want to max out. I want to max out. It's about wins and acclaim. Second, creation. I want to create new things, new ideas, new experiences. Next is efficiency. I want to produce order and excellence. Next, influence. I want to create change and progress for people or companies. Next, service. I want to provide assistance or protection. And I'm just keeping these high-level descriptors. It's like I want to produce service. I want to work to serve. And then finally, solution. I want to solve problems and build systems, fix systems, however you want to say that. I want to work for solution. Now, all of us we'll have all of these in our work. So some are just going to be higher than others. For some of you, you're like, oh, Ken, I'm all about efficiency and solution. Those are my two big ones. Okay, great. Some of you about influence. That would be my greatest missional result. I want to influence you to discover who you are, what you were born to do, and then have you go get it. Some of you are like, hey, if I am creating a new thing, content, ideas, experience, whoo, man, that's it. I want to work to create. Some of you go, I just love serving people. My heart is full when I'm serving. Some of you, you're going, hey, I want to help people achieve. Last call is I want to help people sell a lot. I want to help companies grow and do good. I want to achieve. I'm all about driving achievement. And so you could see how this begins to make sense. People are waking up to this. And they're going, I want to sit at my kitchen table and work for this law firm to do this. I want to come over here because what really matters to me is this. So what are the results that you want to create in this world? What's the work that allows you to do it? And are you good at that type of work? And here it is, folks. You want to know what your purpose sentence is until you fill in the details? I'm going to lay it out for you. My purpose is, you say this at home, my purpose is to use what I do best, to do what I love, to produce results that matter deeply to me. There's the answer to the biggest, most complex question that any human has ever attempted to answer. What should I do with my life? That's it. Use what you do best to do work you love, to produce results that matter. And you're going to be on purpose in your work life and in your personal life. You'll see your relational purpose come to life and your professional purpose ignite. And they join together, and all of a sudden, you won't believe how much good there would be in this world. So think about that. Call me. Monday through Friday, 12 Eastern, 2 Eastern. That's when you can get me. You're a phone call away. What are you waiting on? Life is too short and you're too important. Let's go. But I'm looking at the clock, and Joe, I know it's time for me to get out of here. But before I do, you matter. You do have what it takes. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, this is the Ken Coleman Show. Press on.